Cristiano Ronaldo was born on the remote island of Madeira, Portugal. His family belonged to one of the poorest working-class communities on the island. His father worked as an equipment manager at the local soccer field, poorly paid and struggling with alcoholism. His mother was a housemaid who sometimes had to ask for leftover bread from the bakery to feed her kids. Cristiano was the youngest of four, and his mother's last fragile hope. He had no toys growing up, no video games, no new school books. The only thing that brought him joy was a worn-out soccer ball picked out of the trash by his friends. From the moment he could walk, Ronaldo was running barefoot down dirt roads, running through puddles, running with kids twice his size, kicking that ball like it was his only lifeline. No one taught him technique, but everyone noticed there was something different about this kid. But different isn't always welcomed. At school, Ronaldo was just an average student. Teachers complained that he never paid attention, only cared about soccer. One even told his mother bluntly, "He's not going anywhere. Poor, distracted, nothing special." His classmates made fun of him for his island accent. Different, heavy, strange. Sometimes he got kicked out of class for talking back when he defended his dream. Every time he got bullied, Ronaldo would come home and slump over their narrow wooden dinner table, meant for six, but rarely filled with enough food for all. And each time, only one person would pull him close: his mother. Dolores, the small, thin woman with sunken eyes from sleepless nights, never made grand speeches. But she carried an unshakable belief. My son is not like the others. He was born to play soccer, and I will do whatever it takes to protect that dream. When Ronaldo asked to quit tutoring to spend more time training, she said yes. When he needed new cleats they couldn't afford, she went without meals for a week to buy them. When the neighbors laughed and said she was chasing illusions, she quietly mopped other people's floors, then came home and watched her son practice in the alley, pride glowing in her eyes. She didn't need to prove anything to the world. All she cared about was this: that her belief would become his wings. Cristiano Ronaldo once said, "No one believed in me, except my mother and the ball." And that was all he needed to begin the journey that would change everything. At just 12 years old, Cristiano Ronaldo got his first big break, an invitation to join Sporting Lisbon's academy in the capital. It wasn't just a turning point in his career. It was the hardest decision his family had ever faced, because chasing the dream meant leaving home, leaving his mother, living alone in a city over 600 miles away. A goodbye no one was ready for. The day of his departure, his mom made the best meal she could afford, but the table still looked painfully empty. Just some white rice, a bit of salted meat, and her eyes brimming with tears as she looked at his son. She knew this was it. From that moment on, her little boy would walk a path without hugs to come home to, without the warmth of a familiar voice. On the train, Ronaldo didn't say much. He just clutched his soccer ball, staring out the window as the hills of Madeira slipped further away. I cried. No one saw, but I cried the whole ride. The early days, bullied, mocked, ready to give up. At the sporting academy, everything was a culture shock. The kids were better off. They spoke cleaner Portuguese. They were more confident. Ronaldo was skinny, spoke with a thick island accent, and wore worn-out cleats. He got nicknamed the country kid. He was teased. Even a teacher once called him deaf in front of the class because he didn't respond fast enough. Every night, Ronaldo would call home, "I want to come back. No one talks to me. They hate me here." And every time, his mom gave the same quiet reply, "If no one believes in you, then you must believe in yourself even more. And don't forget, I still believe." Training like his life depended on it. That sentence etched itself into his soul. From that day forward, Ronaldo trained like a man possessed. After every class, he'd run extra laps. In his dorm, he'd squat using the bed frame and jump with a backpack full of books. One of his youth coaches later said, "I've never seen a kid play like survival depended on it." He poured every ounce of loneliness, humiliation, and frustration into the ball. No one believed in him, so he turned pain into fuel. And in that quiet suffering, Cristiano Ronaldo began to grow. His first goal for Sporting's youth team, his first call-up to the senior squad, and then one fateful night, a friendly match against Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson watched the wiry, curly-haired boy wearing number 28 tear down the wing. He turned to his assistant and said, "We sign that kid tonight, before someone else does." Cristiano Ronaldo arrived at Manchester United at just 18 years old. He was skinny, he didn't speak English, he had no family in England, and yet he was handed the iconic number 7 jersey. The media scoffed. "Number 7? That's Beckham's shirt. Who is this Portuguese kid to wear it?" Veteran teammates whispered, "He's all flash, no substance." But Ronaldo was no stranger to doubt. He was used to being questioned. He was even more used to answering with action. He stayed on the pitch late into the evening, first to arrive, last to leave. He studied English to connect with his teammates. He hit the gym to build strength. He practiced shooting, crossing, dribbling, hour after hour, every single day. Because in the back of his mind, one voice played on repeat. No one believed in you, except your mother. And eventually, the world had no choice but to believe. Ronaldo became a phenomenon. The thunderous goal against Arsenal, the unstoppable free kick against Portsmouth, the breakaway sprints that brought Old Trafford to its feet. From Manchester, he moved to Real Madrid, shattering every goal-scoring record. Then to Juventus, back to Manchester United. Now, Al Nassr. Wherever Ronaldo goes, spotlight follows. 5 Ballon d'Or trophies, 7 domestic league titles, over 800 professional goals, and hundreds of millions of fans worldwide. But when asked, "Who are you most grateful to?" he didn't hesitate. "My mother. When I was a nobody, she believed. When the world laughed, she stood behind me. She was my first coach, my quietest teammate, and the greatest player I've ever known." A photograph that made the world tear up. During one match, cameras caught a moment between Ronaldo and his mom after he scored. She was wiping away tears. He leaned in and whispered, "I did it, Mom." There were no cheers in that frame, just a sacred silence between a son who fulfilled the dream his mother had once carried alone.
Maybe today you don't have much. Maybe all you've got is a dream and one person who believes in you. But don't take that for granted, because sometimes one believer is all it takes to conquer the world. Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't born with opportunities handed to him. He earned every one through relentless effort and the unbreakable faith of a mother and a soccer ball. If someone has ever believed in you, send them this story. And if you're doubting yourself right now, just remember, your mother and the ball never lied to you. Drop a comment below. I won't give up because someone once believed in me.